Hi guys, welcome back to the QST channel. Today I'll be doing the week 11 math quiz. So let's start. Consider the function f given by y equals to 4x squared minus 3x cubed. What is the following is true about its graph? So they want to see if it's increasing, decreasing, as it approaches infinity or negative infinity. So for questions like these, you always look at the highest power. Here it's negative 3x cubed. So we isolate we put it by itself, negative 3x cubed, and then we try to imagine as x approaches positive infinity. What does that mean? It means a really big positive number. For example, like negative 3,999 cubed. It will be like, since there's a negative here, it's going to be a really big negative number, right? So we can say it decreases as it approaches positive infinity. First choice. And we do the same for negative infinity. As x approaches negative infinity, we put a really big negative number, and we can see negative times negative, positive, so it's going to be a really big positive number, which increases without bounds as it approaches negative infinity. Okay. Which of the following is true about the function f? And they want the asymptotes. Okay. So for the vertical asymptote, always make the denominator equal to 0. So the denominator is x squared minus 64, so x squared minus 64 equals to 0. So x squared equals to 64. We have two equations, x equals to 8 and x equals to negative 8. So these two answers. And then horizontal asymptote, since this power is less than the one in the denominator, then it's going to be 0. It's always going to be 0 if the power in the numerator is less. Okay, if it was the same, for example, 8x squared, then it would be y equals to 8. If it was 8x cubed, like a bigger power, you have to do synthetic division, and it would be an oblique asymptote. Okay, the figure above shows the graph of the cubic function f, which of the following could be the equation of this function. Okay, so we look at the choices, put them in this form, like factored form, and this form, what it tells us is basically the x-intercept. So using this, we can eliminate some choices immediately. So we can see the x-intercept here is what? Negative 3. It's negative 3. So what does that mean? Our choice has to have x minus the x-intercept. So x minus negative 3, which is x plus 3. So let's see which one has x plus 3. This one, and these two don't, so we eliminate them. So now we have our two possible choices. Now we want to solve for the correct one. What you do here is they give you 2 points, right? Here, negative 1, 1 and 1, 2. What you can do is you can substitute these 2 points into an equation, and you find the k. If the first k is equal to the second k, then it is the correct equation. If they aren't equal, then it's wrong. So let's do that. So 1 is equal to k, negative 1 plus 3 cubed. 1 is equal to k times 2 cubed 8, so k is equal to 1 over 8. First k is 1 over 8. The second one, it will be 2 equals to k 1 plus 3 cubed, 2 is equal to k times 64. So k is equal to 1 over 32. Are these two equal? No, they're not equal. So eliminate that choice and it's wrong. Okay, given w of x equals to integral of that, what's the value of w0 minus w1? Okay, so first of all, we need to find this integral before we start to substitute 0 and 1. So let's solve for it. W of x is equal to integral of 40x over 2x squared minus 1 squared dx. Look at this integral, isn't it very hard to solve? Like, you don't know where to start because it's in the denominator and there's a power and whatever. So what we can do is, to make it easier, substitute the inside here by a variable u. So we call it u equals to 2x squared minus 1. It will make integrating easier. So now instead of it, we put u squared. And what we want to do now is remove dx and instead of it du. How do we do that? We differentiate the equation, we derive it. So we do du is equal to 4x dx. So look, this is like du over dx equals to 4x, and then I brought it to the other side, okay? So we just write du equals to 4x dx. Now we want to substitute dx. So we divide by 4x. So dx is equal to du over 4x. Now we go back into the equation and we put, instead of dx, du over 4x. Now what can we cancel? X, x, and 4. So now we're left with w of x is equal to integral of 10 over u squared du. Now we can derive it, integrate it. So how do we integrate this? It's the same as the integral of 10 u to the power negative 2, right? So when you integrate it, it will be equal to 10 u to the negative 1 over negative 1 plus c. Which you can write as negative 10 over u plus c. So, okay, so this is w of x, we found it. But wait, it's w of x, not of u. So let's put the u back in. So we put, instead of u, 2x squared minus 1. Now we have w of x done. And now they want w of 0 minus w of 1. So we substitute in 0 and 1. So it will be w0 minus w1 equals to negative 10 over 2, 0 squared minus 1 plus c, minus negative 10 over 2, 1 squared minus 1 plus c. The c's will get cancelled, and this will be equal to negative 10 over negative 1 plus 10, minus will be plus, so negative 10 over 2 will be negative 20, it will be 10 plus 10 equals to 20. Okay, or you can just do this on the calculator. Yeah, so you're gonna get 20. Okay, so here they want the area, which is the shaded area. So we have this part and this part. So what we can do is we take the integral from 0 to 2 plus the integral from 2 to 3. But we put absolute value of 2, 3. Why? Because it's in the negative. So if you want the total area, we always put absolute value for the negative one. Okay. So let's start. What's the equation? X minus x squared over 2. So the area is equal to integral from 0 to 2 of x minus x squared over 2 dx plus area from 2 to 3 absolute value of x minus x squared over 2 dx. Okay, so let's integrate this. It will be x will become x squared over 2, and x squared over 2 will become, bring the power out, x power 3 over 6, x power 3 over 6, with from 2 to 0, plus absolute value of the same integral x squared over 2 minus x cubed over 6 from 2 to 3. Okay, so then 2 squared over 2 minus 2 cubed over 6, this will be 2 over 3, 2 over 3 minus, it's my bad, we start with, actually no, I'm correct, 2 over 3 minus 0 squared over 2 minus 0 cubed over 6, this will just be 0, so 2 over 3, okay, plus, now we start with the other integral, 3 squared over 2 minus 3 cubed over 6 minus 2 squared over 2 minus 2 cubed over 6, and this will be 3 squared over 2 minus 3 cubed over 6 is equal to 0, so this is 0, 0 minus 2 squared over 2 minus 2 cubed over 6 is 2 over 3, so this will be 2 over 3, so the whole thing is negative 2 over 3, absolute value positive 2 over 3, so 2 over 3 plus 2 over 3 equals to 4 over 3. Okay, keep in mind you guys, you don't have non-integral calculator. I mean, you don't have integral calculator. You have to bring the one without. Okay, the value of the integral from negative 2 to 2 of x cubed minus 15x squared dx. So let's do it. X squared dx. So let's integrate. It will be x power 4 over 4 minus 15x cubed over 3, which will be 5x power 3 plus c. Okay, from not plus c, my bad. When you have definite integral, you don't put plus c, so negative 2, 2. So 2 power 4 over 4 minus 5 power 2 cubed, and this will be what? Minus 5 2 cubed. This will be equal to negative 36. So negative 36 minus negative 2 power 4 over 4 minus 5 negative 2 cubed. And that will be 44. So negative 36 minus 44. Wait, no. Okay, 44, so it will be minus 44, so it will be equal to negative 80. Okay, here they want the area under the graph of between 0 and 4. So here we do absolute value of the integral from 0 to 4 of cubed over 4 minus 2x power 3 over 2 dx. And we do absolute value because it's negative. We have to make it positive because it's an area. We can't have a negative area. Okay, so it will be absolute value of x power 3 over 4 becomes x power 4 over 4 times 1 over 4. So it's x power 4 over 16 minus 2x power 3 over 2 will become 2x power 5 over 2 over 5 over 2, which will be equal to 2x power 5 over 2 times 2 over 5. So it will be 4 over 5 x power 5 over 2. Then you do from 0 to 4 absolute value. Okay, so now we integrate 4 power 4 over 16 minus 4 over 5, 4 5 over 2, and this will be equal to negative 48 over 5. It will be, look at the absolute value, negative 48 over 5 minus 0 power 4 over 16 minus 4 over 5, 0 power 5 over 2, and this whole thing will be 0. So it will be absolute value of negative 48 over 5 equal to 48 over 5. Okay, for this question, super easy. Integrate from 5 to 10 dx. This will be equal to 10x from 5 to 2. When you have a constant, you just add x to it. So it will be 10 times 5 minus 10 times 2 equals to 50 minus 20 equals to 30. Okay, this is a tricky one. You have to find the area enclosed by two curves, and they didn't graph it for you. You have to graph it yourself. Okay. So we have to graph these two curves. So we know what to integrate and what to do. So let's graph them with. So what do we have? We have y equals to x squared plus 1 and y equals to negative 2x plus 1. So let's draw the thing, coordinate plane. And we want, first of all, let's find the quadratic and see what it looks like. So A is positive, so it's gonna open up like this. And we need to know the vertex. Where's the vertex? So find the vertex, the vertex is hk, right? It is equal to negative b over 2a, and then you substitute it in here to get k. So let's find the vertex. It will be equal to, where's b? Normally b would be For example, in 2x squared plus 3x plus 2, b is 3. Here it's not there, so you say that b is 0. So it will be negative 0 over 2a, which is 0. So our point is 0. And then k is what? K will be equal to 2, 0 squared plus 1, which is just 1. K is 1, so our point is 0, 1. So let's graph that point. It will be here. That's 0, 1. And then how does the graph open? It opens upwards. So it will be like this. Okay. There are no x-intercepts for this one. Okay. And now we want to check the line. The line, it's negative 2x, right? So it will be looking like this. It will be going down. Okay. So let's find where it intersects this curve. What we do is we make these equations equal to get the intersection points. So we do 2x squared plus 1 2x squared plus 1 equals to negative 2x plus 1. So you can cancel the ones. 2x squared equals to negative 2x. Bring it to one side, 2x squared plus 2x equals to 0. You can factor it, x and 2x plus 2 equals to 0. So x is 0 and x is negative 1. So two intersection points, negative 1 and 0. So they will be about here and here. Now we connect them with a line which will be going downward like this. Yeah, good enough. It doesn't need to be exact, just a rough sketch. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, like this. And what do we want to, what do they even want in the question? We want this area, right? We want this area. So what do? We integrate, wait, we integrate the line from negative 1 to 0, which will be the whole little trapezoid here, and then integrate the area under the parabola from negative 1 to 0, which will be this one without this part. So we would subtract them. So in an equation we'll write the integral from negative 1 to 0 of negative 2x plus 1 my dx minus integral from negative 1 to 0 of 2x squared plus 1. Yes. Okay. Dx. So we do the line minus the curve because the line has a bigger area under the graph. Okay. See how it's above the line? If it was below, then we would minus it. Okay, now we start to find the area we integrate. So integrate negative 2x, it will be negative x squared plus x from 0 to negative 1 minus bracket 2x squared over 3 plus x from negative 1 to 0. Okay. So now negative 0 squared plus 0 minus negative 1 squared plus negative 1, and this would be 0 minus negative 1 minus 1, so this will be negative 2 in here, negative positive, so this whole thing will be 2 minus 2 times 0 squared over 3 plus 0, that will be 0 then minus 2 negative 1 squared over 3 plus negative 1, so that will be negative 1 2 over 3 plus 1, so that will be 5 over 3. 0 minus 5 over 3 is negative 5 over 3. Wait, go back. This is minus 1, right? Negative 1. So it will be 2 over 3 minus 1. Oh, wait. I can put square as cube. So it will be negative 2 over 3 minus 1. It will be negative 5 over 3. So this is negative 5 over 3. Negative positive. So this would be 5 over 3. 2 minus 5 over 3 would be the final answer, which is 1 over 3. Okay. Okay. Question. Easy. So you do integral of 70 x squared radical x dx. So what do? You have two x's here. You make them into one x. So you multiply. So first of all, you make this into an exponent. So 70x squared times x power half dx. You add the powers when you multiply, so it will be integral of 70 x power 2 plus a half will be 5 over 2. So 5 over 2 dx. Okay. Now integrate it. So you're going to add by 1. So it will be 70x 7 over 2 over 7 over 2. Let's see. 70 divided by 7 over 2 will be 20. So this will be 20 x 7 over 2. And then you just fill in here. Okay. And 7 over 2 you can split into 20 x power 6 over 2 times x power half. So 6 will become x power 3, and the half will become square root of x, which is what they get here. Okay, so I have an integral and it's divided by 2, so 300x squared plus 24x over 2 dx. So first of all, we just divided the number 2, so we simplify. It would be 150x squared plus 12x dx. Now we solve as usual, so it will be equal to 150x cubed over 3, which is 50x cubed, plus 12x squared over 2, which is 6x squared, plus c. Now integral of 120 over x power 4 dx. Since it's the denominator, we bring it up. 120 x power negative 4 dx. Now we integrate to be equal to 120 x power negative 3 over negative 3 plus c. 120 over negative 3 will be negative 40 times x power negative 3 plus c. Which is the answer. Okay, it's the past question. Okay, they want to know here if it's increasing or decreasing. So for this, we look at f prime and we make it equal to 0 and get the stationary points. So 3x minus 2 x plus 6 equals to 0. So x is equal to 2 and x equals to negative 6. Because you make each of these 0. So what I like to do is I make a number line like this, negative 6, 2, and then you substitute a value in f prime of x before negative 6 and after. So it's like the table of variation. So for example 3, negative 7 minus 2, 7 plus 6. On the calculator, what will this give? It's a positive value, so you graph it up, going up. So, and then you put, for example, oh my bad, wait. And then I put, for example, something in between 0 to be 3 times negative 2 times 6 to be equal to a negative number, so it will be going down, and then after it will be going up. So this is your graph. So as you can see, it's increasing for x is less than negative 6 and x is greater than 2. So that's what you choose here. And it's decreasing in between them. For between you put these two values and you put like this. Okay. And now, oh, the graph we just drew that I erased by accident. It was like this. So negative 6 is a local max and 2 is a local minimum. And we substitute the value in here to get this. So negative 6 minus 2 squared, negative 6 plus 10. So you get 64 times 4, which is equal to 256. We'll do the same with 2, so it will be 2 minus 2 squared times 2 plus 10. So 0 times 12 equals to 0. Okay, a curve for which the double derivative is equal to 6x minus 18 has a stationary point at 2, 3. The equation of the curve is what? So we want the equation of the curve and we're given the double derivative. So how do we go back to the normal equation? We integrate it, right? So if we integrate, so what they give us is y prime prime. If we integrate this, we're gonna get y prime. Then if we integrate that, we're gonna get y, right? So we need to integrate 2 times to get y. So let's start with the first time. So y prime will be equal to integral of 6x minus 18 dx, right? So y prime will be equal to 6x squared over 2, so 3x squared minus 18x plus c. Now stop, don't integrate yet. we have C. We can't solve if there's C. So let's find C. How do we find C? They give us something that can help us. It has a stationary point at 2, 3. Stationary points means what? I prime equals to 0 and it's at 2, 3, so x is equal to 2. You can substitute these in to get C. So let's do it. 0 is equal to negative 3, 2 squared minus 18, 2 plus C. And let's see what you get. Negative 3, 2 squared minus 18, 2. You get C equals to 24. So C is 24. So let's substitute it in. So minus 18x plus 24. Now for y. Do y is equal to the integral of 3x squared minus 18x plus 24 dx. So y will be equal to 3x squared, which will be x cubed minus 9x squared plus 24x minus c, plus c, my bad. Okay, and now we do the same thing, we try to find c. So they gave us that it's at 2, 3, at 0.23. So we can substitute 3, y by 3 and x by 2. So 3 is equal to 2 cubed minus 9, 2 squared plus 24 times 2 plus c. So what do you get? 2 cubed minus 9 squared. So you get 3 equals to c plus 20, so c equals to negative 17. So let's substitute it in. So c is equal to negative 17, which was what they want. They didn't want anything else. Okay, now what do they want? They want the local minimum and the maximum. So first, so we look at the derivative now. We'll make the derivative equal to 0. So x squared minus 18x plus 24 equals to 0. So you do, you can use the calculator. By the way, on the non-integral, it's not mod 5,3, it's mod 3,3. So you do mod 3, 3, and put the values in. You get x is equal to 4 and 2, which we already knew actually. So we do the number line 2, 4, and we check before. So with 0, for example, 0 minus 0 plus 24, so it's increasing, going up. Then in between for 3, so 3 squared minus 18, 3 plus 24, it will give you usually negative, so it will go down. And then after 4, it's going to go up. So it's a local maximum at 2 and local minimum at 4. Okay, for this question, given f of x equals to integral of that, and then passing for the point 120, and they want f of 4. First, before we find f of 4, we need to find this integral. So let's try to find it. F of x equals to integral of 4 over radical x plus 10x power 4 dx. So let's see. Let's try to put this in the numerator so we don't get confused. So it will be integral of 4 x power negative half, right? Radical is the half, and when we bring it up, it's going to be negative. Plus 10x power 4 dx. Now, f of x is going to be equal to 4x power half over half. So it will be 4 over 0.5 will be 8. So 8x power half plus 10x power 5 over 5 plus c. Okay, so this will be 2x power 5. This will be 8 radical x. Okay, now we basically found f of x, but we don't have c, so let's find c now. Since they give us the point 120, we can find it. We substitute in the equation. 20 is equal to 8 radical 1 plus 2, 1 to the power 5 plus c. So you find c is equal to 10. So plus 10. Now we can find f of 4. So f of 4 is equal to 8 radical 4 plus 2 4 power 5 plus 10. So radical 4 equals 2074. Okay, integral of 49x squared radical x dx. So integral 49 squared radical x dx. Now we have two x's. We want to put them into the same x, so let's add them up. So radical 49 x squared times x power half dx equals to integral of 49 x power 2 plus half is what? 5 over 2. So 5 over 2 dx. Now we integrate, so to be equal to 49 x power 7 over 2 when you add 1 over 7 over 2 plus c. 49 divided by 7 over 2 is equal to 14, so this will be equal to 14x power 7 over 2. Now 7 over 2 you can split it into 14x power 6 over 2 times x power half. 6 over 2 will become 3, so x power 3, and then the radical will, and then the half will become radical, so x power 3 radical x. Okay, now on the area enclosed by y equals x cubed and y equals 16x. So the line is 16x obviously, and the curve is x cubed. If you want the area, we have to do integral of integral of 16x dx from 0 to 4 minus the integral from 0 to 4 of x cubed. Why? Because the one for 16x has a greater area. It's the whole triangle, while the one under x cubed is just the slice. So it's the big one minus the small one. So let's integrate. So it will be integral to be 16x squared over 2 from 4 0. This will be 8x squared minus bracket x power 4 over 4 from 4 to 0. So let's find this. It will be 8 4 squared minus 8 0 squared. So it will be 8 4 squared, which is 128 minus 4 power 4 over 4 minus 0 power 4 over 4. So it will be 64 here. So 128 minus 64 is 64. Okay, so here 1 over 4 to 1 over 2 of 2, let me write it, 1 over 4, 2 over x power 5 dx. Now what do? We want to integrate, so let's bring the power up. So 2x power negative 5 dx. Now we can integrate, so it will be equal to 2x power negative 4 over negative 4 from 1 over 2 to 1 over 4. Now 2 over negative 4 will be equal to negative half. So let's write negative half times x power negative 4. And x power negative 4, we can bring it to the denominator, so it will be negative 1 over 2 x power 4. Now we can solve this. It will be negative 1 over 2 1 over 4 power 4 minus negative, it will be positive 1 over 2 1 over 2 squared. And what will you get? My bad, that's not squared, that's power 4. Okay, so you get negative 120. Now this is a tricky question. Okay, from negative 1 to 1, 25x power 4 x power 5 plus 1 power 4 x. Now this is very hard to solve now. The power 4, and you have to distribute and everything. So what do we use here? Substitution. So what do we substitute with? The one inside with the big power. So u will be equal to x power 5 plus 1. So let's put it there. So let's put u power 4 x power 5 plus 1. Okay, now what do you want to do? You want to get rid of dx. So let's differentiate this one. Derive it. So du is equal to 5 x power 4 dx. Okay, now what do we want? We want dx, so let's divide. So dx will be equal to du over 5x power 4. So substitute it in. So dx is equal to du over 5x power 4. Now we can cancel. X power 4 goes away. And then 25 divided by 5, 5. So you'll be left with 5u power 4 du. Are we done? No, because we forgot an important part. This is a definite integral with bounds, right? So we have to change them for u. Here they were 1 and negative 1. Now we have to change them in terms of u. So what that means is we take 1, we substitute it in u. So u is equal to 1 power 5 plus 1 equals to 2. The same for negative 1. U is equal to negative 1 power 5 plus 1 equal to 0. Instead of 1 I put 2, and instead of negative 1 I put 0. Now we can integrate and solve. So integral of 5u power 4 will be u power 5 from 2 to 0. So you do 2 power 5 minus 0 power 5, which is 32. So the trick with this question is the bounds. You need to know you have to substitute them in to u. Okay. Okay, the area enclosed by the curve y equals 3x squared plus 2x plus 4, x-axis and the lines x equals 1 and x equals 2 is 14 is what? Okay. First of all, let's graph this curve so we know what it looks like. Okay, first of all, it's quadratic, so it will be quadratic and a is positive, so it will be like this, upward. So let's find the vertex. Okay, vertex will be hk, so it will be negative 2 negative b over 2a is equal to negative 2 over 6, so it's negative 1 over 3. So negative 1 over 3, and then k is what? Going to be 11 over 3, which is about 3.67. Okay, so it will be like this, 3.6. So the graph will look like this. Okay. Now this is easy because it doesn't intersect the x-axis, so it won't have any like problems. So let's check from 1 to 2. It's going to be this graph. So it's just the integral from 1 to 2, my bad, of 3x squared plus 2x plus 4 dx. Wait, I'll erase this. So 2, 1, 3x squared plus 2x plus 4 dx. Integrate this bx cubed plus x squared plus 4x from 1 to 2 to be equal to 2 cubed plus 2 squared plus 4 2 minus 1 cubed plus 1 squared plus 4. So it will be 2 cubed plus 2 squared plus 8. So this will be equal to 20 minus 1 plus 1 plus 4, 6. 20 minus 6 equals to 40. And now this question is similar, so you graph a rough sketch. So it will be opening upwards again, and here the h is equal to 0 because yeah, negative b is not there anyway, and here is also 0 actually because y is equal to 6, 0 squared minus 12, 0 to be 0. So the graph will be like this, and we want to see the area enclosed by the curve, the x-axis, and 4. So look at 4. So it's just this. And yeah, so it's the integral from 0 to 4. Why 0? Because it looks like this. Yeah. So from 0, it meets there. Okay. So from 0 to 4, 6x squared minus 12x dx will be equal to um 6x squared over 3, x cubed over 3, my bad, plus minus 6x squared from 0 to 4. It will be 2x cubed. Okay, and then we do 2 for cubed minus 6 for squared, and then the other part will be 0, so it will be, and so the answer will be, wait, sorry, I did something wrong. So it is actually not 0, it's negative, it's 12 over 12, which is 1. So, and y is going to be equal to, k, wait, 1, k, is going to be equal to 6, 1 squared minus 12, 1. So 6 minus 12 equals to negative 6. So 1, negative 6. Let's graph that. 1, negative 6. So it will be like this. So let's find the x-intercept. So let's make it equal to 0. So x squared minus 12x equals to 0. Factor 6x. So 6x is equal to 6x, then x minus 2 equals to 0. So x is 0 and x is 2. So wait, I'll pass this properly. So from k to 1, negative 6, and the x-intercept is 0, and this is 2. Okay, now we want the area from 4 in the x-axis. Just imagine I'm extending this line, okay? So it will be this. It's from 2 to 4 actually, not 0 to 4. So let's do it. Do it from 2 to 4. 6x squared minus 12x dx is equal to 2x cubed minus 6x squared from 2 to 4. So it's 2 for cubed minus 6 for squared, and that will be equal to 32 minus 2 times 2 power cubed minus 6 2 squared will be negative 8, will be plus, so it's going to be 40. Okay, that's the end of the quiz. Good luck in your exams, guys. Bye.